The world as we know it has ended, and in its place the city of Euphoria has risen. Believing that a new world order is needed to prevent another apocalypse, the Euphorian elite erect high walls around their golden city and promote intellectual equality above all else. Gone are personal freedoms, gone is knowledge of the past. All that matters is the future. The Euphorians aren't alone. Outside the city are those who experience the apocalypse firsthand. They have the memories and scars to prove it. These wastelanders have cobbled together a society of historians and farmers among the forgotten scrapyards of the past. There is more to the world than the surface of the earth. Deep underground lies the hidden city of Subterra, occupied by miners, mechanics, and revolutionaries. By keeping their workers in the dark, they've patched together a network of pipes and sewers, of steam and gears, of hidden passages and secret stairways. Hovering above the world are the mysterious Icarites in their zeppelins, luring citizens up into the clouds with promises of eternal bliss. 4 distinct societies, each of them waiting for you to rewrite history. What are you willing to sacrifice to build a better dystopia?
Thanks for flying me all the way here, son. I really appreciate it.
Oh yeah, I like swooping and dooping that, them there's Zeppelin. It's super fun, super nifty.
I even brought you a little present.
Oh wow, look at this!
This is The Death of Civilization in slow motion by Adroit Theory.
Huh, that's kind of a dark, scary little title there, especially in the middle of such a happy-go-lucky diddly-diddly-diddly-doo town.
What's it called?
Oh, it's called Euphoria, of course, because that's the feeling you get when you hang out in this town. We even have like a little map of it. Although this looks a little different. There's little pieces on it. These look like dice. Is this some sort of game?
I believe so. You want to play this game?
Absolutely! Take a little time out from flying them there Zeps to play a little game. This looks fun.
Let's do it.
Let's do it!
The Death of Civilization and Garad Edition, Ghost number 729 by Adroit Theory out of Purcellville, Virginia, is a delicious, hazy, Imperial Double IPA with explosive scents of mango, pineapple, and candied citrus with a resinous back note. It's soft and creamy malt with a subtle bitter finish, and it's semi-dry.
Cheers!
Oh, that is mighty fine and dandy.
Yeah, I really like that.
It's very tasty. We just had The Death of Civilization in slow motion from Adroit Theory out of Vint Hill, Virginia. What do you think of it, Supreme Overlord Ruler?
I love it.
It's delicious.
I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
You get hit in the face by mango at first.
Yeah.
But man,
That's happened to me before.
man, is it good.
It's very juicy. Juicy and hazy and delicious.
It's
so good.
smooth and
It's everything I want in a juicy, hazy New England style.
but it doesn't kick me in the face with a lot of juice.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's the right balance of juice and hot.
Right. And it has like a nice lingering mouthfeel.
Yeah.
It coats your throat. It's delicious. I have nothing bad to say about this. It's just good all the way around.
What would you give it on a scale of 1 to 5?
I've been looking for a really good IPA recently, and this one's way up there. I think I would give it, I want to say a 5.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I would agree.
It's very good.
It is fantastic. I could see myself, especially it's starting to warm up, get a nice hot summer day.
Yeah.
Especially flying around in the Zeppelins, you know.
It gets hot up there.
Yeah.
Because heat rises. That's how Zeppelins work.
Yeah, you need a little alcohol in your system to,
Right.
you know.
We should
keep it
just fill
going.
the Zeppelins with alcohol and fire.
We should.
It's first in the flesh. Get it started. It's fighting and it's racing. It's racing.
Can you get pulled over for drinking and Zeppelining?
It's really hard to pull one of those things over, let me tell you. Most of the time they just let you go by. Plus, you can only go but so fast.
That's true. So you had a little bit of your beer.
Yes, it was delicious.
I think you deserve to play a game.
Oh, that sounds fun. Let's do it.
Let's check out Euphoria from Stonemaier Games.
Sounds fun.
So Euphoria is a game for 2 to 6 players.
Oh, neat. I don't have that many friends.
Now, each player takes control of workers in their society.
Okay, workers like me. I'm a worker.
Just like you.
Just like me.
Each turn, they're going to take their workers and they're going to roll them.
Oh, these are okay.
These are our workers. Yep. We have to make sure that they don't get too smart.
Don't you want smart workers?
No, if your workers are way too smart, they might try to overthrow you.
Oh yeah, that sounds bad.
And you don't want that.
No, you were doing a good job. I think we can.
So we have to keep them under a certain level.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We'll go around the table and you'll place a worker inside of one of the various worker spots.
Oh, there's a lot.
You might go to the farm and get some food.
Oh, I like food. Little oranges.
You might go to the generator and get some electricity.
Zap.
You might go underground to the aquifer and get some water.
Yeah, that's where Hank works. Me and Hank go way back.
Yeah.
He's always wet though. It's weird.
There are certain points in the game where you might need a new worker.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So that's what this space down here does.
Worker activation tank.
Yeah. So
Sounds familiar.
we go there every now and again to get new workers.
Oh, okay.
To bring them into our fold, as it were.
Yeah.
And so the 2 ways that we do them, one might be that we electrocute them into service.
That doesn't sound good.
Well, sometimes you need to show them who's boss, as it were.
Oh. That's sort of okay. Okay.
I think we have some security cam footage if you want to take a look at it.
Oh, maybe later. But you can put it on there. I'm saying a little bit more of this beer. Oh, did I miss anything?
No, so we got a new worker in.
Oh, cool.
All right,
There he is.
So we immediately roll the new worker.
Seems happy to work here.
See how smart he is, right? He's pretty dumb.
Yeah, he's pretty dumb.
Yeah. But we might put him and we might take him to work elsewhere.
Okay.
You'll see that there's a couple of different buildings here.
Oh, yeah.
At each of the unique factions.
Oh.
Right? And you'll see here that each of them have a different requirement to build these different buildings.
Arc of Fractured Memories. That sounds familiar.
Probably because I sent you to work there before.
Oh, yeah. I vaguely remember that.
Yeah. So once you have met the requirements for the building,
What are the requirements? What are these?
these are different resources that you acquire throughout the board.
Oh, are those in here?
Yeah, those are in there.
Ah.
There's clay and metal and gold.
Ah.
Yeah.
I'm building a building right now. Watch.
Look at that.
I'm a good worker.
You're such a good worker. In fact, you're such a good worker that this building's been built.
Wow.
Right?
The cafeteria of nameless meat. That's fun. It's like a guessing game for your mouth.
So now this building's been built, and you can use it.
Oh, okay.
All right? Since you built this building, you get to place a star on it.
Oh, that's what these stars are. Hey, yay.
Exactly.
Oh, no, I don't put it there?
It goes on the building, actually.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah,
hard.
it's hard.
Yeah. This is now a new space for your workers to go.
Okay.
So you place a worker here, and you'll pay the 4 food and a card, and you will move up the allegiance track, which we'll get to here in a minute.
Okay.
And a star.
Another star! Yay! And I'll put that here?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Exactly. Yeah. And these are limited spots.
Okay.
So depending on how many players you're playing with, you may only have 2 of these spots available.
Probably just be me, or maybe Hank if he wants to, but he might get the portable sign.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
So coming back to the allegiance tracks. So the allegiance tracks basically show the advancements of our different factions.
Oh.
All right. So as these move up, different things are unlocked. So during the first tier, if you visit the generator in this instance, you'd get an extra electricity.
Oh, that's good. More zip zaps?
More zip zaps. The next one will allow you to unlock the tunnel.
The tunnel? Tell me about this tunnel.
Yeah, so the tunnels connect each of the factions.
These little dun-duns?
Yep, exactly.
Oh, look at them go.
And you'll actually be able to use them to... you'll be able to place a worker here and gain 3 of the indicated resource.
Oh, it's like he's stealing from that
It's exactly what he's doing.
group. That seems shady.
No, it's fine. It's fine. No one cares. No one really. They don't notice. You know, they're in such surplus. Their economy's running so well.
Okay.
They won't notice if we steal 3 zip zaps from them.
I don't notice most things.
Exactly. So each of the 3 land-based factions have a tunnel
Okay.
to each other.
Yep, I see them. Yeah.
And you'll notice the one people that don't are up in the skies.
My
the Icarites.
Yes, that's me.
So the Icarites kind of stick to themselves. They zip line down to the ground when they need to get stuff, but otherwise they're up in the clouds.
Don't get the zip lines mixed up with the zip zaps.
Yeah, that'd be
very different.
That'd be very bad. You can see though that you guys start with the ability to get a star.
Oh, right away.
Yep.
The Wind Saloon, that's where I like to hang out.
Exactly.
The swill there isn't nearly as good as this.
So you continue playing. You know, you have a chance to, if you need to call back your workers, you can.
Okay.
When you call your workers back, you have to re-roll them.
When you call them back, so they might get smarter or dumber.
Exactly. So these guys got smarter.
I wish I got smarter.
Now that's a problem for me. I really need some people that are willing to take orders and don't question me.
I'll be dumber for you.
Okay. So, Cris, if I had to get another worker,
Yeah.
where would I go?
The worker activation tank. Oh, but there's somebody getting zip zapped right now. Oh, what's that?
Well, that space, Cris, is where we don't use zip zaps,
Okay.
but we use drip drips.
Drip drips?
Drip drips.
That sounds hankish.
Now, some players might decide that they're going to splash their workers with water,
Yep.
wake them up a little bit, let them know.
Yeah, it's like a shower. I like taking a shower.
I prefer this route.
Oh, okay. That guy looked vaguely familiar.
I don't know why you would think that.
I think it was Hank.
It was probably Hank.
Yeah. Sometimes he gets a little too smart for his own good.
So, you win this game
Yes.
by placing out all of your stars.
I am beating you really badly.
Really bad. You're winning.
Winning.
You've never played this game before, and
Never.
you're kicking my butt.
Right, look. You know, I noticed that the green spaces are all bars.
Right.
That tells me something about myself.
So we just played Euphoria by Stonemaier Games. Cris, what'd you think?
I really like this game.
Yeah.
It's super fun. It combines like quick gameplay with resource management. I love the theme of it. I love how you have to keep your workers dumb. I find that hilarious while still gaining popularity to increase your hand size.
Yeah.
This is not normally my style of game, but for some reason...
Worker placement, you mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But for some reason, just even though the dice pips are just standard, they look so cool and just the whole presentation just...
Yeah, I mean,
really
the dice aesthetic goes a long way, right? Like,
Yeah.
instead of them just being regular pips, there's cogs on them, which are cool.
Right.
I love how I can play this game and not have to look at the rule book.
Right. Everything's laid out very clearly.
Right.
The icons make sense.
Correct. The iconography is great. The setup is pretty simple. I love these resource boards.
Yes, that makes a lot of sense too.
So these resource boards tell you if you have one of a resource, two of a resource, and it just lets you kind of keep things going.
Right.
The game trays are fantastic as always.
Absolutely, yeah, I love game trays. And just keeps, and not only is it just cool for storage,
Yeah.
they just are functional. They keep the game moving quicker.
Yeah, exactly. I think the one negative for me in this is it kind of feels like when you're first getting into it, there's a lot happening.
Sure.
Right? There's no real easy way to ease somebody into the game.
No.
And I think it requires that somebody understands the game before learning it in a group, right? I feel like if you try to learn it with more than 2 or 3 people, it's going to be...
Yeah, you want to start with a smaller group.
Exactly.
My other favorite thing about that comes into play is these character cards that come in.
Yeah.
I forgot what they're called. Workers?
The recruits.
Recruits, right, the recruits. And when you get a couple of these at the beginning of the game, that's kind of going to totally change your strategy. For how you're gonna win.
Exactly.
So I feel like, unlike some other games, I will never play it the same way, because depending on what I'm dealt, might change what I go for.
Yeah, the allegiance track is cool too.
Yeah.
You know, as the game progresses, you might actually change what you're going for, right?
Yeah.
Seeing what other people have. The tunnels are a really interesting mechanic.
And they're funny.
Yeah, and the meeples are just fantastic.
Yeah,
and the theme behind them of them stealing resources is
from the neighboring faction. So good.
It's great.
So good. I just love the whole presentation of this whole map of the place.
Yeah.
Big fan of this game.
What would you rate it on Board Game Geek?
On Board Game Geek, I think, going back to it, it is a worker placement game. Those are not normally my favorites.
Yeah.
But this one, I think it's the presentation and the theme that does it for me. I'd give it an 8.5.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like this game a lot.
Yeah, I'd probably give it an 8. I think the only thing that's missing for me is it is a little complex to get into in the beginning.
Sure.
And I do feel like while there is a lot of replayability there, I could see it becoming like there's an optimal strategy and you just do that every time. You know?
Yeah.
I feel like maybe mixing up things a little bit, maybe some of the tiles were a little bit different. That would
Well, the
help.
building tiles are different.
Right, they're
But that's
different.
not enough of a... Yeah.
But they're not different enough.
Okay.
I feel like they could use a little bit more variety there.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I love this game. You know, I would always pick it up and play
Yeah,
it.
absolutely.
Thanks as always for watching.
Be sure to check out our bi-weekly podcast and like and subscribe our video. Until next time,
Good games.
good beers, great times!